bought a child sex slave from Slovakia. Nadia Marchinko was an aspiring model when she met Jeffrey Epstein. Jeff reportedly bought her from her parents, sponsored her U.S. visa, and then became her legal guardian around 1999. She was between 13 to 15 when this started. Eventually, she became the aggressor as well and participated in the rape and sexual assault of multiple minor children with Epstein. Multiple victims asked Epstein who Nadia was, to which he replied that she was his sex slave that he bought from her parents. In 2008, during Epstein's child prostitution case, at least 4 of Epstein's co-conspirators, aka his employees, were granted full immunity. This included Nadia, who was around 23 at the time. She had been raping children, procuring minors, arranging his sex massage schedules, and she walked free. Of course, the immunity deal was illegal under federal law because they did not inform the victims of the plea deal that Epstein and the others would be receiving. In fact, prosecutors told the victims that the case was still under investigation after they had already given him and the others their non-prosecution agreement. Nadia visited Epstein at the jail over 70 times and continued to live at his properties. The U.S. attorneys also declined to press federal charges, thus aiding and abetting a child trafficker to continue with a slap on the wrist, which is actually a common theme within the Epstein story, right? He was allowed to operate. We live in the most high-tech surveillance state of all time. Governments and intel agencies were well aware of Epstein. They can detect your blood alcohol content and heartbeat from your steering wheel. They know who's trafficking children. Don't play coy with me. Nadia continued to be funded by Epstein. He paid for her flight training and pilot certifications, and she could still be funded by him to this day. We don't know, because she seemingly disappeared in January of 2024 after the first Epstein files were released. Obviously, Nadia was a victim. There's no denying that. My heart breaks for the little girl that she was. One can only imagine that she was victim and witness to the most horrific acts and was extremely traumatized. But she was also a regular co-pilot on the Lolita Express. She was named by multiple victims as participating in their sexual abuse, and she has never spoken out against Epstein. She needs to be on Interpol and the FBI's most wanted list. They need to find her because the immunity was illegally maintained, and she holds the key to Epstein's darkest secrets. A witness to Epstein's crimes for 2 decades.